Kirk Franklin has been doing this series called Den of Kings. And essentially what I've noticed is it's a brunch or it's a dinner where he's having some guys over and they're breaking bread. They're talking about business. They're talking about life. They're talking about opportunities. This is what Obama was trying to say when he made the comment about needing a gay mentor. And unironically, in this episode, Tyler Perry's there. And we know the lawsuit that he has going on. But when Obama said that you need to surround yourself with other men that are going to give you perspective and contribute things into your life, this is what he was trying to say in his poorly worded message. You need to surround yourself with people that have experiences that you don't have, that can give you advice, give you perspective, and essentially contribute to your life. So let's check out what Tyler Perry has to say in this clip about balancing family and business.
And family, how do y'all struggle with that tension?
I fired my aunt.
I feel it.
I fired my aunt. She said she wanted a job. She would always call asking for money. I'm like, okay, I was sending the money. I was like, listen, I want to help you. I don't want to help you build this thing, not be welfare to you. So let me give you a job. And she wasn't coming in, calling in all the time. I was like, okay, well, you got to go. Because you want me to hand you the money, but you don't want to work for it. See, that doesn't work for me. And it's the same way with my son. Like, he's 10 years old. Like, there's certain things that he wants. He has to do chores and work for it. That's right. I don't believe in giving us things that are just going to handicap us. That is the worst thing you can do. And I've had family members that I've done that to because my mother has asked me to. And when she passed away in 2009, I sent all of them letters saying, listen, you got 60 days to become gainfully employed because I'm not going to keep supporting you like this.
Are you serious?
100%. They all got jobs. Yep. And it wasn't even jobs.
The first thing I want to say is that is a very difficult thing to do. To tell people that you've previously been helping, that you previously have been given quote unquote handouts to, that the buck stops here. So shout out to Tyler Perry because that's a difficult decision to make. It's a difficult conversation to have, but it's necessary. They say if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he will eat for a lifetime. And many of us, we're going to have experiences like that all throughout our life where people come to you or you hear a story about somebody that doesn't really have that much motivation. They want to lean on somebody else. But at some point, as an adult, and especially as a man, you got to stand on your own too.
They're making a lot of money, but it was a job. It was something else for them to do, to feel some pride in. Right. That's the same thing I would want somebody to do for me.
But do you still get like the backsplash from that? You know how you said they wasn't making a lot of money, then they can look at you and say, well, why I can't have more? Why am I working next to somebody to make more than me?
I have a family member that got mad at me because I wouldn't give them $1 million.
Wow.
You know, and I asked Jay this question because I'm actually going through that right now. Wow. You know, when you start getting success, people start pulling on you. I just turned 38 today. Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday.
And I'm going to be able to talk about this for the rest of my days. I'm sitting here with legends on my birthday.
But here's the focus, though. What are you trying to do? Like, what if you're trying to build a business to carry everybody in your family through? That's one thing.
Right.
And if you're trying to do that, then build a business. Yeah. What that means is you got to watch the family members that come putting holes in the boat that you're trying to get across the sea. Right. So sometimes you build a boat by yourself. Right. Y'all all wait over here on the shore. Stay here. I'm building this boat. I'm going to go over here and build this, and then I'm going to come back and see who's worthy to come.
Right.
Because
Nah, I don't believe in that. Everybody can't go. When I was younger, I had the intention of, I'm going to build everything for my family. I'm going to be the one to carry the torch. I'm going to help everybody. And as I've gotten older, what I've realized is some people don't want to help themselves. Just like Tyler Perry said. He said he gave his aunt a job. She stopped showing up to work. A lot of people do not have the motivation to do the work. They want the rewards that life has to offer, but they don't want to put in the work that is required of them to get those rewards. So I shared the ideology and the mindset of having to be the person that's going to carry the torch for everybody. There are people that can come along. I have my own family. I'm going to take care of my family. But that doesn't mean I'm going to shoulder the responsibilities and the burdens of everybody else because they don't want to do it. It is a difficult conversation. It is a difficult decision to make. But at 38, I would say, hey, you got to make that decision because people will leech off of you and latch onto you and just ride your coattails for as long as you let them. Anybody that sees you as an opportunity will take that opportunity, take advantage of your work, not care about the money that you have invested, the time that you've invested, and they will ride off into the sunset with you if you let them, regardless of how much work they put in or did not put in.
Anybody who's going to drag you down or put holes in the boat or try to destroy you, man, why bring them over?
I had to get rid of my whole corporate. So I was in a situation 2 years ago where it's like make it or break it, right? So I was raising money. I never raised the money. Like at my statue right now, I never did a Series A raise. So to people in the culture, they like, how did you build this massive now franchising all over the country and you ain't take capital?
Share with Tyler exactly what you have been able to build. Share with the fellas. I want him to know who's sitting at the table.
I've been able to take a cheesesteak brand, right? And I brung it to Atlanta out of West Philly. And I started in the Shell gas station. Broken down Shell gas station, one fryer, one grill. And I just had this big vision of franchising.
How old were you then?
I was 26.
26, okay.
But I learned that I had to learn the business, what you just was talking about, because I was already on the grill, they was loving the food. But now when I'm sitting at the table with people like you and you and you, now they know business and I can't talk it. It's ignorance, because you can't have a business and not actually know how to run a machine. I had to learn profit and loss, EBITDA, COGS, everything. And right now, I can sit at the table with anybody and talk about the level of business because I'm putting the time in when nobody watching. I'm on my phone, tutorials, I'm teaching myself. And right now, I just got voted to be on the top 100 fast casual list in the country. No black man my age ever touched the list.
Salute.
May 18th, I'm going to go get my award. And for me, I'm doing it for everybody. It's just not for me. This award I'm going to go get is going to open the door for a lot of kids in the ghettos and lower income communities that think that they got to do certain things to make it out. I really thought I was going to be a basketball player.
I love it.
For me that way.
I love it.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and end the clip. I will tag this down in the comment section, but I have some final thoughts. At the end, this gentleman, and I don't know his name, but he said, hey, I'm doing this for everybody. And then he went on to explain he's doing it for people that want to follow in his footsteps. And that's something that I can agree with. Even though I'm not doing the things that they're doing and in the lane necessarily that they're in, I do hold the sentiment that if somebody wants to see what I've done and use it as a blueprint, absolutely, I will give you as much game and mentorship and information as you want. I don't have any problem with that. I love to see people that are working hard, trying to do stuff for themselves or even doing it in partnership. That's perfectly fine as well. But what I won't do is say, I'm responsible for everybody's success. I'm going to do as much as I can for the people that have the same drive, have the same mentality, have the same work ethic. But anybody who thinks that they're going to leech off of the work that I do, no, that is not a person for me. That is not a person for me. And I'm not going to hand in, if I come into a lump sum of money from the work that I put in, I'm not going to hand it over to anybody else. My family is going to reap the rewards of the work that I put in. Maybe some charities or something like that. But Dave Ramsey has this idea that he tells people that are passing wealth on to their next generation. They say, hey, when you pass that wealth on, make sure that the person that you're giving it to is going to be a good steward of the money, because we know money only amplifies who you are. So if you're giving it to somebody that is going to mismanage it, you're going to aid and abet in the fact that they're going to crash the plane. So don't ever do that. Whether it be a lump sum of money, whether it be an opportunity, you have to bring people along that are going to have an appreciative mindset, a mindset that's going to work hard and not disrespect the opportunity. It doesn't matter if it's family or friends. Everybody can't go. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. Are you doing what you're doing in your life for the benefit of everybody in your family, immediate and otherwise? Or are you doing it for the people that share the same mindset as you, the same work ethic as you, the same values as you?